Nissan, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. And by Hyundai. Test drive a new Hyundai today only at your local Hyundai dealer. Two Hall of Famers right there. Played shortstop for these teams. And then Cal moved over to third. Cam Schlittler is warming up, ready to start the penultimate game of the regular season for the New York Yankees. The Yankees have won 6 in a row, looking to keep pace with the Blue Jays, who will play a little bit later this afternoon. Let's take a look at the Orioles starting lineup, brought to you by Stop and Shop. Jackson Holliday at second, Jordan Westburg at third, Gunnar Henderson the shortstop. That's the top three. Tyler O'Neill the DH, Dylan Beavers in left, Jeremiah Jackson in right, back sixth. Batting seventh, playing center field, Colton Cowser. Samuel Basayo will catch him bat eighth. Batting ninth and playing first base, it's Kobe Mayo with Tomoyuki Sugano getting the start for the O's.
Paulie, can you spell penultimate? Or what did he say over there?
He just lost me in the first. When I even started the game and he lost me, I was going to ask myself. I'm glad that you brought that up. Kobe.
Penultimate, Cam Schlittler had a really good year. Those are great numbers. And let's tell you a little bit more in our Nissan pitcher scouting report. And the ticket to ride, the big fastball has that action, that riding action up in the zone that really plays up. Do it again. His last start was really good against these Orioles in 5 1/3 innings. 1 run, 6 punch-outs. Lined up, Michael mentioned it before, normal rest gets him to next Thursday. If he's in the wild card round, he's lined up for game 3.
Holiday's ready, Schlittler's ready, and let's do it. Here in the Bronx, first pitch upstairs, we're underway. Ramon De Jesus, the home plate umpire, the crew chief Dan Iasonia at first, Shane Libensbarger at second, CB Buckner is over at third. The 1-0. Started against Baltimore on September 21st, 5 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. No decision, but a Yankee win in that game. Two and 1.
Coney, your scouting report is impressive. I don't know if it was an intentional thing or not, but you had a Beatles song in there. You had a Steely Dan song in there. That was pretty impressive. Went right over Michael's head, though. He wasn't playing the game at this point.
Grounded to second. 1 away. Check out the Yank defense brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Bellinger in left, Grisham in center, Judge over in right. In the infield, we'll go third to first. McMahon, Volpe, Chisholm, and Goldschmidt. Rice behind the plate. Stanton the DH, and Schlittler's on the mound. I didn't partake because I was thinking about penultimate.
Yeah, you were trying to think how to spell it because I can't even say it.
Ultimate with PEN in front of it. That's second to last. Maybe I should have gone with that. Here's Jordan Westburg. And a strike. Orioles have lost 4 of their last 6. The Yankees have won 6 in a row. Last night, the Orioles gave up 8 or more runs for the 30th time this year. .98 right by him. 0-2.
Well, get me over curveball and then a high fastball at 98. That usually works, Coney.
Easy gas, too, the way he throws it. Simple delivery. And some guys throw the ball 98 miles an hour. It looked like they're trying to throw it 98. The ball just jumps out of his hand.
And that one tipped into the glove of Rice, a strikeout of Westburg. Time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, let's talk the power play. Yankees leading all of baseball with 269 home runs, and Sugana has given up 30 so far this year, which is tied for most in the American League. So heads up, Michael. 4 more last night. 4 more scoreless innings for the bullpen. They've been phenomenal. 19.2 scoreless innings. What a time to turn it around. And all you can do, I mean, you got to win 2 more and just become a Rays fan and hope for a little help. They could beat the Blue Jays.
1-0 on Gunnar Henderson. One and 1. Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. It's hot. Feels like 82. And it should be like this every day.
This is the most improved weather report of all time.
You
this
love
year.
it.
I love it.
And the 1-1.
You know, it really is what you said, Coney. It's very easy, and it can almost lull you to sleep as a hitter. You know, you're kind of just guiding into the ball, and all of a sudden it's 100. Where the guys that are 100% grunt and everything, you're ready for it. You know, so it's amazing how a guy like Schlittler gets that velocity by not overthrowing.
Get a look at his curveball right there to try to finish the hitter. I mean, it's a good feeling when you're on the mound and you're throwing your fastball and they're fouling it over the dugout.
Yeah.
That's a good sign early.
Yeah.
They're late. And that tells the story right there. 87 fastest pitches by a Yankee starter this season.
Had to get him out of the way at 99 there.
When you're trying to cover that outside corner and it's 99 in on your ribs, that'll make you get out of the way.
And he walked him. Let's check out what the home plate umpire is all about. Ramon de Jesus is considered pitcher friendly, almost pinned. 10th major league season, more strikes. He calls up and down, more inside strikes on lefty batters. There's Tyler O'Neill. Oh, strike.
As you saw last night, Tyler O'Neill not having the type of year that he had last year with over 30 home runs, but he does have power, shooting one out here to right center field. And already we're scoreboard watching 2 hours before it even starts.
Well, the Rays made a run at it. They had second and third in the ninth inning with 2 outs. Yandy Diaz at the plate, tying run at second. And Diaz grounded out to third to end it. And Toronto keeping pace with the Yankees. 1-4-2. And Boone admitted it yesterday. He said, of course I'm scoreboard watching. And then he was asked, do you encourage or discourage your players from watching? He said, they can do whatever they like. He said, I like their approach. They want to watch, they could watch. If they don't have to. Popped up, way up there. Goldschmidt makes the play for the final out. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Yankees coming to bat.
Can't get enough baseball? Get MLB Network today. Scan the QR code to stream up to 15 out-of-market games a week live on any device. Plus, 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows, including live game look-ins and exclusive player interviews.
That was the MVP of the game right there. How fun is this show?
Enjoy the home of baseball from virtually anywhere.
Have yourself a night!
Scan now to stream MLB Network for just $5.99 a month.
Major League Baseball wants to hear from you. Join the Fans at Bat community, share your passion, and help shape the future of the game. Your feedback matters. Sign up today at MLB.com/fansatbat.
You can own a piece of Yankees greatness. MLB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed memorabilia, one-of-a-kind experiences, and more from your favorite team. Want a piece of the game? Visit Yankees Auctions at auctions.mlb.com.
Stadium, Sugano taking his warm-ups. And we're going to take a look at the Yankees starting lineup today, brought to you by Stop and Shop. It starts with that man, Trent Grisham. Batting second, the catcher, Ben Rice. Aaron Judge in right field will hit third. Cleaning up left fielder, Cody Bellinger. Giancarlo Stanton, 2 home runs yesterday. He'll be the DH, batting fifth. Batting sixth, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Paul Goldschmidt will play first base and bat seventh. Ryan McMahon at third, hits eighth. And batting ninth and playing shortstop is Anthony Volpe.
And that lineup will face this stylish right-hander. I like watching him pitch. He's a real craftsman. He is prone to the long ball a little bit, but he's a veteran, had a great career in Japan. His first year over with the Orioles, and it's a lot of firsts with him. The first inning, as we tell you about Sugano in our Nissan Pitcher Scout Report. First inning damage. He's given up a three-run homer to Stanton last Saturday. So watch the first inning. The Yankees are really good early in the games. Finish line, this is 30th start. He was 3.38 ERA in the first 14, 5.82 in the last 15. And get to the splitter. His splitter's his best pitch. Opposing batting average 216 against that pitch.
Grisham had a pinch hit single in yesterday's game. 34 home runs, 74 runs batted in. Now the home run by Stanton in the first inning yesterday, Yankees 48th first inning home run. And that's a new major league record. Previously, they were tied with the 2023 Atlanta Braves at 47. As a team, the Yankees have 269 home runs. Well above the second place team, the LA Dodgers. He's accounted for 52 of those. You know, David said he had a great career in Japan. 3 Central League MVPs as a pitcher. MVPs in 14, 20, and last year.
Kind of old school style, right? It's target practice. He's aiming for the corners. Every pitch has a purpose, and he knows it. He's not overpowering. He'll pitch behind in the count, throw off-speed stuff. Every pitch out of his hand has a purpose.
35 years old, he signed a 1-year deal with the Orioles for $13 million. Does he return? Does he go back to Japan? Does he go to another team? All questions for the offseason. Shallow left field. Beavers coming on. 1 out. Why don't we look at the entire Orioles defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. We've seen Beavers in left, Cowser in center, Jeremiah Jackson in right. Infield, Westberg, Henderson, Holiday, and Mayo. That's third to first. Samuel Basayo is the catcher. Paolo O'Neill the DH with Sugano on the mound. There's Ben Rice. Last 13 games, Rice hitting .409 with a .447 on-base percentage. And now that music is Rice, Rice, baby.
All right, I got it now.
I think all year long, Paulie, it's easy to say Aaron Judge, great, love watching him hit, don't leave. Don't go to the bathroom or the kitchen. Right?
Yeah.
This guy, Ben Rice, his at-bats all year long.
Yeah, his stance by opening it up early in the year has really allowed him to, to get the bat through the zone, hit the ball hard pretty much all year.
This guy's out to Beavers, 2 away. And here's that man. Aaron Judge, 52 home runs, 111 runs batted in. And for the batting title race, he leads 330 to Jacob Wilson's 313. So you got to like his chances. On September 11th, Judge was .0001 ahead of Wilson. Since that time, he's hit .447. Wilson's hit .255. High fly ball, left field. Beavers back on the track, at the wall. See ya! He's done it again. His 53rd home run. The Yankees' 49th first inning home run, and a 1-0 Yankee lead.
Some things they just don't end, Tony. And when you're as good as Aaron Judge, you don't have to do anything special. Yesterday, Anthony Volpe hit a ball, and I said, he didn't quite get it, and it doesn't go out. Aaron Judge didn't quite get that, but it still goes out. That's the difference. I mean, he is on some kind of tear right now.
Here's Bellinger.
Another first inning home run. for a Yankee batter. Sweeper doesn't sweep. Sweepers like that get swept.
1-1 on Bellinger.
If you look at his at-bats throughout the year, he is in the same spot. I say it over and over again. You don't know how hard that is to put yourself in the same position when the ball's in the hitting area, time and time again. If you look at his side view, you don't know if it's April, May, June, July, August, or September, because he's in the same spot. And that's why when you make mistakes or he goes through these tears, nothing really has to change. He just hits them out of the park.
2-2 on Bellinger.
Little leg kick, stay square. And as that leg kick is going, he's picking up the baseball, and that's where he decides, you know, whether he's going the other way or whether he's going to pull it. In a breaking ball, you're going to pull it.
That one's pulled foul.
Get a feeling that that man is on a mission in this postseason coming up.
Yeah.
The last piece of the puzzle for him is a big postseason and a ring on his finger. Nobody wants it as badly as he does.
No, there's some people in the game, you just understand they get it. And they get the importance of winning, the importance of being with the Yankees. And it's a tough pitch right there for Cody Bellinger.
But the Yankees take the lead. The captain does an Aaron Judge thing. A first inning home run, his 53rd of the year. What a season. Yankees lead 1-0.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,000 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
I'm partnering with Home Chef to bring 5-star meals without stress right to your table. Beautiful. You get my top quality meals made right at home. Come on. What are you waiting for? Get my 5-star meals without the stress.
Think you know postseason pitching?
Here's what tournament baseball looks like in the era of analytics. The percentage of innings pitched by starters has dropped drastically in the postseason. This trend will continue this October.
Get in the know with MLB Now on MLB Network.
In-game parlay will judge it 2 or more home runs. Goldschmidt, will he get a hit? Schlittler, 7 or more strikeouts.
Michael, they changed that. They had to change that. He hit a first inning home run. They went to 2 home runs. It was 1 home run. You cannot fool me, Coney.
And nobody knows better than you. It's hard to hit 2 home runs.
Yeah, it certainly is, especially when Kramer promises it.
A strike to Dylan Beavers. Beavers a rookie, but he sees 4.43 pitches per plate appearance, and he's walked 24 times. Usually, youngsters come up here, they're looking to hit, but he's very patient. 1-2. He left yesterday's game mid-game with right shin discomfort, but back in there again today.
To your point, Coney, I mean, that's 99 right down the middle of the plate, fouled almost sideways. I mean, it's just late on the swing.
Hit sharply and grabbed there by Goldschmidt. Flips to Schlittler. Nice play, one away.
Well, he gave him a break there and went to a breaking ball, and he just hammered it. But Goldschmidt made a good little stab. And believe me, during the day, it's very hard to pick up the ball sometimes through the bleachers and the white shirts, and your reactions are a little bit slower during the day. Good play.
Here's Jeremiah Jackson.
Cody, remember talking about day games and tough to see the ball during your perfect games. You remember, I mean, I kind of lost the ball in right center. Ricky Leday just stabbed at a ball, and it's very hard to follow the baseball sometimes with a lot of fans with white shirts on. Does it make you nervous now?
Oh, yeah.
Glad it's over.
The ball caught Ricky. He didn't catch that ball. You got a light sky tonight, too. Overcast, white sheet.
Oh, Rice was ready to whip it around the infield, and Schlittler turns his back on home plate.
He's waiting for the ball to come from the infield. He thought it was called strike 3. Really good pitch. I mean, you can't throw it much better than that. I think Schlittler thought he was throwing it around the infield. Didn't quite make it.
There's the strikeout. Jackson down swinging. 2 strikeouts for Schlittler.
Well, you didn't get the call you wanted the time before, so I'm just going to throw 100 right down the chute, and it works.
You know, that was really interesting when Max Fried said. He said he was talking to Sandy Koufax, who was his idol, and he kind of, you know, tries to replicate a lot of things he did. And Sandy Koufax told him, I became a great pitcher when I didn't try to strike out everybody. And if you look at Schlittler right now with that kind of stuff, it's almost, and as a young pitcher, you almost want to strike out guys every single time instead of just getting easy outs at times, huh?
It's true. And, you know, we've seen that the few times he struggled, when he struggled against the Blue Jays, a high contact team, they wore him down.
Right.
Fouling off a lot of pitches. So the ability to get quick outs when you can, steal strikes when you can.
Left field. Bellinger. A nice easy 1-2-3 inning for Cam Schlittler. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Yankees.
SiriusXM's The Leadoff Spot is now on MLB Network. Join Steve Phillips and former MLB players Xavier Scruggs and Eduardo Perez for a recap of the night's action, preview of the day ahead, plus in-depth baseball interviews all season long on MLB Network.
Major League Baseball wants to hear from you. Join the Fans at Bat community, share your passion, and help shape the future of the game. Your feedback matters. Sign up today at MLB.com/fansatbat.
When this hot day's done, I walk alone. Long green grass, I'm coming back where I belong. Where I belong. Days gone by, my oh my, I'm going home. When this hot day's done, I'll see your face. There'll be no room for sorrows in our warm embrace. Our warm embrace. As days come by, up on high, I'll see your face.
The official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Today's picture is of Marie and Tony, who were here at the stadium last night to celebrate Marie's birthday. Happy birthday, Marie. We thank you all for posting your pictures to social media with the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride throughout the season. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. High fly ball, deep right center. Cowser back, turning, looking. See ya! Into the bleachers the other way. He's putting on a show. Yankees lead 2-0.
Wow, could the playoffs start tomorrow? Because Judge and Stanton are carrying lumber. I mean, this is 427 feet the other way into the bleachers. Wow.
I just broke the tie with Yaz on the all-time home run list, 453.
You know, it's so funny. I was in the locker room today, and I just went over and I said, you know, you kind of missed that ball last night, right? Just missed it. The way he kind of laughed. I said, you know what? When you don't come off the ball and you dare them to jam you, I said, then you take that high pitch away out like you did. He said, yeah, it's an unbelievable thing. And that's what that was. You know, there was nothing coming off of the ball. Let it travel, and he's just so strong that he can hit it the other way up into the bleachers.
Josh Chisholm, left field, and the catch is not made by Beavers. Three guys converge. Beavers kind of reached out tentatively, didn't make the catch.
You see him feeling for the wall and also looking over at Henderson, and then, you know, you just lose sight of the ball at the end. And this, I mean, that ball away, when you don't come off of it, I mean, that is just a beautiful swing.
Ground ball, second base, Holiday. One down.
So what you're saying is you just commit to go ahead. You challenge him to jam me. I'm going to stay in there.
Yeah, there's just no, I mean, you stay in a position where your shoulder, everything is at the pitcher, where you're not starting to open up. And then, you know, if he gets in on you, he gets in on you. But when you're going right, you have enough time, and you have to realize that in your mind to get to it.
And guys, and speaking of Giancarlo Stanton yesterday, he said more than anything, he feels, Paul, in sync at the plate the last couple of weeks prior to this week. He felt like the timing was just a little bit off. Now, we saw both Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge hit a home run in this one. That is the 59th time it has happened for the two of them. I joked with them yesterday on the field. Judge hit one in the third inning, 421 feet. It took 4 seconds to get out. Then Stanton, 2 batters later, goes 451. I said, you just need to show him that you could do it a little bit better. And he said, yeah, we weren't sure if his was going to get out, so I just made sure he knew mine was going to get out. But they have had a fun back and forth since Stanton has been there, kind of fueling each other to be better, to be dialed in. And they rely on each other a lot to kind of pick the brain and see what they're doing that works at the plate, getting scouting reports about pitchers. It's been a really beneficial relationship for the two of them to be able to talk to each other on a daily basis.
The previous 58 times they homered in the same game, the Yankee record 51-7. So now 59 times. The major league record is 76. Hank Aaron and Eddie Matthews cooking up something special with Hexclad. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. The Yankee record is 75. The major league record is 76. You know, when he hit that home run, you know what he said, Paul?
See you.
To you.
Yeah.
Just passed you on the Yankee list.
I just saw that. I went to 21. That's
nice.
That's where I should be.
Very
right?
nice. You know what's impressive about that? I know you're humble and all. You weren't even a home run hitter. That's a pretty nice spot to be in.
Like I said, I wanted to carry my home runs from Cincinnati with me. It would make me look better on the chart with the Yankees.
3-2. That's up there. Mayo. 2 down. What do they talk about? I'm stronger than you. No, you are. I am.
You know what? Believe it or not, though, most great players, when I look back at King Griffey Jr., guys like that, I mean, they just showed up and played the game. You know, and there was no scout. It didn't matter to them. Aaron Judge and Stanton really look at scouting reports, look at pitchers, tendencies, the iPad, they're looking at their swing. So it's more about, you know, their preparation is much more than you would think it would be, as good as they are.
Trying to hope a G looks at Judge. I got 451. What you got?
Yeah, exactly. Judge said, you know, it's only the second. I got a couple more ABs in there.
Ryan McMahon crushes one to right center field. That ball is gone. Off the top of the wall and into the Yankee bullpen. His 20th home run of the year. And the Yankees lead 3-0.
Wow, that's a big load off his back. Obviously, 1920 is good, and it was a great swing. I also talked to him a little bit about hitting today, and it's just such a good kid. He's so into being with the Yankees and wanting to win. You know, every answer was the proper answer. It really, really impressed me.
Now, McMahon is the 8th Yankee with 20 home runs, which would tie Major League record, but his home runs are not all Yankee home runs, so they're still at 7. They need the guy at the plate to hit a home run. He's been sitting at 19, and that would give them a record-tying 8 players with 20 home runs.
Well, in the scouting report, we talked about Gano. I mean, he's had 30 coming into the year. We're tied. Now he's given up 3. What? He's leading the league now, Cody. Get a little gun shy out there as a pitcher, kind of scare you out of the strike zone.
Well, that's we saw early. You know, he's trying to aim for the corners, and when he misses, you see what happens.
One and two.
The split finger, and it doesn't dive at all. And McMahon just stays with it any way you can, off the top of the wall, anything. That'll work.
And Volpe down on strikes. For the Yankees, 3 home runs in this game. 1 in the first and 2 here in the second. The first one, Giancarlo Stanton goes into the bleachers in right center field. An amazing blast. And then Ryan McMahon hits one off the top of the wall into the bullpen.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,000 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
I'm partnering with Home Chef to bring 5-star meals without stress right to your table. With fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and convenient, easy-to-follow recipes delivered to your front door. Wow, this looks delicious. Beautiful. You get my top quality meals made right at home. Come on, what are you waiting for? Get my 5-star meals without the stress on the Home Chef menu for a limited time.
To in part by your local Ford stores. Ford is proud to be the official SUV of the Yankees. And by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Yankees lead 3-0. It'll be 8-9-1 in the Orioles order against the right-hander, Cam Schlittler, starting with Samuel Basallo. hitting 170 over his first 30 big league games. He's just 21 years old. And in his second week in the big leagues, he signed an 8-year, $67 million extension with a team option that could bring it to $88.5 million. Couldn't hold up, 0-2.
Don't think those contracts were around our rookie year. You know that?
What was the minimum wage? Like 42.5?
I think we have 40 grand, I think, was our first big league. And I was happy. Huh? Coming from the minor leagues where you're making $600-700 a month, that was a big raise.
Huge raise.
Swing and a miss. Basayo down on strikes. You were able to afford gas for that, Dotson.
Exactly. The 280Z, I thought it was the stuff there. Well, another overpowering fastball up in the strikes. When you throw that hard, Coney, it's any tail or any kind of just ride on it. It's hard for a hitter to catch up.
And it's, coming out of his hand, he's so easy with his motion. That's part of the effectiveness of, it's not only throwing 100 or upper 90s, it's look how slow and deliberate he is, and then it just, boom, it's on you.
Mayo hits one deep to right field, going back Judge, and he runs it down. Mayo's been hot of late. Drove that one, but Judge made the play.
The thing is, I mean, he did drive it. It's a good swing, but he's just beat enough where that you don't get those arms extended. The ball doesn't carry out of the ballpark.
It just looks to me that Cam Schlittler knows he's good. He knows he's got good stuff. He's not afraid to use it. He's very aggressive with it. He's not aiming for the corners, right? I mean, with his style, you should own the strike zone with that four-seamer. Should dominate with that pitch, and he does. That's the way he tries to go about it. 23 strikes and 12 balls out of the 35 so far pitches.
No, you look at his fastball, and I noticed it at his last outing, especially against Toronto, he uses the top of the zone a lot. Is it that hard to start using the bottom of the zone? Is it just that much of a different pitch?
You really got to concentrate on holding on to the ball longer and really staying closed a little longer. The same thing, with hitting, kind of holding that shoulder in.
Yeah.
Just a little bit longer. It allows you to reach out there a little bit more.
The 1-2. Check out Leaders, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. First 13 career games, Schlittler with 75 strikeouts. Leading the pack is Masahiro Tanaka with 103. Into left field, Bellinger puts it away. 7 in a row retired by Cam Schlittler. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 Yankees.
Two, please.
Make that 3 with the Capital One Saver card. You earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment.
3% cash back on salty, 3% cash back on sweet. You know this movie's 3 hours, right?
Good call.
Are you in this one?
Yeah, I'm in this one. Get your tentacles off my 3% cash back. Oh, perfect delivery. Oh, what's in your wallet?
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
You three are cooking my exclusive recipes from Home Chef, and your time starts now.
What these chefs don't know is, with Home Chef, you don't need distressed dinner.
Stop. Your knife skills are stunning.
Get Gordon's 5-star meals delivered.
Yes, Home Chef. Bloody delicious. Get my 5-star meals without the stress on the Home Chef menu for a limited time. In fact, delicious.
He's Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Untuck It. Find the perfect fit today at untuckit.com or more than 80 stores worldwide. By Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. And by Optimum Fiber. Get Optimum the fastest fiber internet. Don't take slow for an answer. Nothing slow about Jim Palmer and Ron Guidry.
Two of the best, no doubt about it.
That's a slider right there. Guidry's coming at you down. You're going to take your kneecap off with that slider.
I'm going to take it and hope they call it a ball. How's that? Because I couldn't hit it.
Grisham swings at the first pitch. Shallow left. Beavers is there. Well, suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, T-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your Yankees gear and today's special offer. You know, we talked a lot about the gauntlet where the Yankees were playing 4 series against potential playoff teams and how they would have to do, and they held their own. They were 7-5. And then after the gauntlet, they were going to play the Twins, the Orioles, the White Sox, and then the Orioles again. And people were worried about a letdown. Well, so far, they're 9-2 in that stretch, and they have outscored their opponents 69-37, and they've out-homered those teams 18-10. So they've done what they had to do. They've taken care of business.
Yeah, their run differential this year is absurd. It's what, plus 150 something. And the one that really surprised me, the Guardians, tied for first place. They have a negative run differential.
Guardians are a classic example of that's why you play the string out, because we might win 10 in a row. You know, we got a 10-game win. Well, they did. It's exactly what they did. They reeled up 10 in a row and kept going and got right back in it in about 2 weeks.
This has really been a year of streaks. Seattle just went with the 16 or 17-1 or something like that, and then the Guardians have done it. Detroit did it earlier in the year. I mean, it has been a year of teams just going off on these winning streaks.
Left field again. Beavers again. He has 4 putouts so far. Check out the Optimum Don't Take Slow for an answer replay.
Aaron Judge loves to do it in the first inning. Little spinning breaking ball, just enough to get it out of here. Put the Yankees on the board early.
53rd home run. 112th ribby, and here he is. Driven into center field and deep. Going back, Cowser, he has room, and he puts it away in front of the warning track as the Yankees go down in order. 1, 2, 3.
Two, please. Make that 3. With the Capital One Saver card, you earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment.
Are you in this one?
Get your tentacles off my 3% cash back. Perfect delivery. What's in your wallet?
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
You 3 are cooking my exclusive recipes from Home Chef, and your time starts now.
What these chefs don't know is, with Home Chef, you don't need to stress dinner. Get Gordon's 5-star meals delivered.
Perfection. With Home Chef, I promise you, it's so easy, even a donkey can do it. Get my 5-star meals without the stress on the Home Chef menu for a limited time. We actually went to culinary school together.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Dominicano, baby. Yo me siento bien orgulloso de ser dominicano, ¿verdad? Porque los dominicanos, un ser humano que nos lo buscamos donde sea.
Buds presented by Hexclad. On this week's show, the gang celebrates spooky season as they become werewolf hunters. Stream Bronx Buds exclusively on the Gotham Sports app. It's fun for the whole family. It's been fun for Cam Schlittler so far. One base runner, a walk in the first inning. We start the fourth. Jordan Westburg at the plate. Interesting note about Judge, and he got done with his at bat too quickly. So his home run in the first inning is his 53rd of the year. If he holds on and wins the batting title, which it certainly looks like he will, he has a big lead. It will be the most home runs in a season where a player won a batting title. The previous high was Mickey Mantle when he hit 52. That was in 1956. He won the Triple Crown, and he hit 353. So Judge would have 53 and win the batting title. So another first for Aaron Judge. Center field, Grisham drifts back, still back. Had some good carry on it, but he runs it down for out number one.
Coney, if you keep it in the middle of the field in Yankee Stadium, and you got a good center fielder like Grisham, pretty good stuff.
It's exactly where you want fly balls to go, right there. That's first time I heard that was from Robin Roberts, the great Hall of Famer, and he said up and away to lefties in this ballpark, get him to hit it to left center, Death Valley. Easier said than done.
Gunnar Henderson can't hold up.
I was going to play for Robin Roberts. He was coaching at the University of South Florida when I signed my letter of intent there. What a sweet man.
He's great. Great to talk to about pitching. Great pitcher.
Lined into left field. On the run is Bellinger. He can't get there. It's by him, and it goes to the wall. And Henderson picks up the Orioles' first hit, a double with one out in the fourth.
Well, as bad and disappointing as this year's been, I mean, the future is pretty bright right here. Gunnar Henderson can play. He can hit. He can run. He can do a lot of things on the baseball field.
So I'm curious, Paul. So you accepted the letter of intent, you signed the letter of intent, then you end up getting drafted and you sign with the Reds. Was that a difficult phone call to make to Robin Roberts?
No, actually, it's a weird story. I was visiting University of South Florida, and I was staying at his house. And back then, there was a scroll at the bottom of the screen that told you got drafted. And, my name came up on the draft, and he sat there and he said, kid, if you want to play Major League Baseball, sign it.
Really?
And I'll never forget it because it's just like, he could have said, you got to go to college. He didn't. But, he got it. And years later, I would see him at the ballpark and, he would congratulate you. You did this. And I said, Robin, I'll never forget, you telling me, go ahead and sign it. Then I had to talk to my mom. That was the hard part.
She wanted you to go to college.
Well, she was into education. She made me promise that until I got to the major leagues, I had to go to college in the off seasons. And I don't know when I got called up to the major leagues if I was more happy about that or I didn't have to go back to school in the off season.
2-1. Boy, that handcuffed Rice. Count 3-1.
Catchers nowadays, you see he was setting up, anticipating maybe a way. He's still trying to frame it rather than turn the glove over, and that's how you can get handcuffed like that.
3-1. Left field coming on is Bellinger, and he's going to make the play and fires to second, but over the leaping try of Chisholm, who goes down over Henderson. Let's see if he's okay.
Those two players knowing it's the end of the year. It's just a play that they kind of got tangled up. Good running catch by Bellinger, and then thought he had a chance to get Henderson at second, but he didn't. Kind of a high throw. I think Jazz got flipped.
He got low bridged.
Yeah. Oh, Henderson might have even got the worst deal. Look, like he got smacked on the back of the head.
The last thing the Yankees need right here in the penultimate game of the season.
Jazz
Chisholm.
Michael, you're up for an inning. He threw it out there on you.
You know, a guy on social media reminded me of an exchange that I had with Buck Showalter in 1995, where I said to Buck, I was doing the radio pregame interview, I said, who's going to start the penultimate game of the year? And he said, well, depends. And I said, depends on what? He said, depends on what penultimate is.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't want to bring it up, but you lost me in the first inning. That's one I've never heard before.
It's because you didn't finish college.
Yep. Yep. Those are the kind of things you learn at Fordham, you know that?
Among other things. Big lead for Henderson. You know, Paul, that play by Bellinger, he makes it look routine, but he got a great jump, and that's why Henderson was almost caught off second. I don't think he thought it was going to be that easy.
Yeah, and the thing that really impresses me, it doesn't matter if he's in right, left, or center. I mean, sometimes different position, different angles, it kind of freezes you as an outfielder. He's good at all of them. And, you know, if you look at this outfield, I don't think you can say enough about the production offensively and defensively, how good the Yankees, bar none, are the best outfielder in baseball.
It's not really even close.
2-2.
You remember there's been times where, you know, left field's kind of been a black hole for the Yankees, huh?
Well, the Yankee outfield ranks, guys, they're first in the majors in average, first in home runs, first in RBIs, first in OPS, first in runs, and first in WAR with 16.3. That's the best offensive outfield. 2-2.
Well, defense too.
Yeah.
You know, when you factor in defense, it's not like they're all sluggers. They all play good defense. Grisham's career record in center field is second to none, really. I mean, he's among the leaders in outs above average over his career. Bell, he can play anywhere. We just saw, as Michael noted, that play he just made. And Judge and Wright is getting healthier. You know, he always could run him down real well out in right field, and he's starting to throw the ball better, too.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Beavers down on strikes. No runs a hit, no errors, and one man left on base. 4 strong for Schlittler so far, and the Yankees lead 3-0.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
You three are cooking my exclusive recipes from Home Chef, and your time starts now.
What these chefs don't know is, with Home Chef, you don't need distressed dinner.
Stop. Your knife skills are stunning.
Get Gordon's 5-star meals delivered.
Yes, Home Chef. Bloody delicious. Get my 5-star meals without the stress on the Home Chef menu for a limited time. In fact, delicious.
Follow postseason history as it unfolds on MLB Tonight. MLB Tonight, before and after every postseason game.
You can own a piece of Yankees greatness. MLB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed memorabilia, one-of-a-kind experiences, and more from your favorite team. Want a piece of the game? Visit Yankees Auctions at auctions.mlb.com.
This is Coach Jordy Fernandez leads a fresh new squad loaded with young talent. Tune in Saturday, October 4th at 8 p.m. for the first preseason game on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Cody Bellinger takes one outside from Sugano. Bellinger has gone 8 games without hitting a home run. He has 1 home run in 16. He needs 1 more home run to get to 30. Kind of overcast, but the lights are not on. at the stadium. Another big crowd in the Bronx on this Saturday afternoon. I think he's thinking about 30.
Nobody on base, nobody out. Yeah, a couple early pitches in this count. Big hacks.
And the 2-2. Served into left center field. It's a base hit. So Bellinger with a leadoff single. Let's check out Judge and Stan's home runs last couple of days on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. 397, 423, 451, 383, and 427. They hit a long way. 1,081 feet of home runs. So if he played 162 games, 51 home runs, 139 ribbies. You almost forget the guy missed the first 70 games of the season, and there was some doubt whether he'd be able to get back at all with the problem in both of his elbows. But he came out strong.
Remember, if you look back, longest home run you ever gave up? I mean, do you remember? Was it the Tomey one here?
That was one of them.
Uh-huh.
That was loud.
What comes to your mind?
Manny Ramirez hit one in Cleveland, up over, way out, almost out of the stadium, up in left center there. Hanging slider.
You got to be proud of those, right? No cheapie.
They had that concourse up in Cleveland with Jake, and it just bounced at the end of the concourse and way out in the parking lot.
It's funny you can still remember the pitch. Huh?
Yeah, I remember exactly how I held it.
You didn't try that one again?
Yeah.
2-2 on Stanton.
Who had the most off? Do you remember that?
I think Juan Gonzalez.
Juan Gonzalez.
Yeah. He either struck him out or he hit a homer.
Yeah. I was going back to thinking maybe Andre Dawson or one of those guys.
Yeah.
Juan Gonzalez, boy, he put up some numbers for a lot of years.
Strike three. Stanton down looking. Could hear the groan from the crowd. They want to see him put another one into orbit.
Yeah, it's a strike. It just looks bad because it wasn't caught behind the plate.
Bellinger with 13 stolen bases. Jazz missed a month of the season, and he has 31 homers and 80 runs batted in. And after he got back, he still wasn't right. He didn't steal bases for over a month. And he's got 31 and 31. And his first 162 games with the Yankees dating back to last year as well. Over 40 stolen bases, over 40 home runs. Now, you could dream on that over a full season.
Yeah, when you start putting ceilings on players and you're thinking 40-40 from the second base position, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, getting him back to second base was the key. Even though he can play third, and he will as a true team guy. He proved that. There's no doubt. His range and athleticism plays better at second base. The numbers back it up this year.
That one is ripped to right field. Jackson there makes the catch on the sinking liner.
Yeah, those are tough plays in right field. Those little top spin, hard hit line drives. I mean, they're almost like catching a curveball, 12-6. They're just diving downward in the outfield.
Out to right field off the bat of Goldschmidt. Jeremiah Jackson runs it down, and that'll do it. No runs a hit. One man left. Let's go to the fifth.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
You three are cooking my exclusive recipes from Home Chef, and your time starts now.
With Home Chef, you don't need to stress dinner.
Perfection. With Home Chef, it's so easy, even a donkey can do it. Get my 5-star meals without the stress.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
You can own a piece of Yankees greatness. MLB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed memorabilia, one-of-a-kind experiences, and more from your favorite team. Want a piece of the game? Visit Yankees Auctions at auctions.mlb.com.
Well, tomorrow afternoon on Yes, don't miss the Yankees' final regular season game as they take on the Orioles here in the Bronx. Tune in for coverage beginning at 2 with batting practice in the pregame. Then first pitch is scheduled for 3:05. Note the time, 3:05 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Explain that 3:05, Michael, because it's kind of interesting, and they've done it, what, the past 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, they want everybody starting at the same time so no one could hold back a pitcher if they're going for a playoff spot. All the games start at the same time, 3:05 Eastern. And they've done it since 2015. And Jackson gets hit.
Oh, man.
That ball ran about 5 feet.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, man.
That's a four-seamer, too. It just backs up.
Yeah.
What happens there?
Your wrist position and your body's, your arm's a little bit late. Arm side run is usually because your body's ahead of your arm just a bit. You can see there, that got him in the pectoral muscle.
Pec, arm.
It's better than the wristage.
Yes.
That's going to leave a mark.
Ooh. There's a narrative that's out there. And you could say maybe it's a lazy narrative. Well, the Yankees don't develop pitchers. Well, Will Warren made 33 starts out of their system. Cam Schlittler is out of their system. Clark Schmidt is out of their system. Now, Lewis Hill wasn't signed by them initially. They got him early. He's out of their system. That's developing a lot of pitchers that have really helped the team.
Mm-hmm. More on the way.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about the Yankees pitching prospects. Lighten it up. A guy named Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, who was part of the Boston trade that sent Narvaez to be their everyday catcher. And everybody was like, hey, what are we doing? We gave away Narvaez. Well, Elmer Rodriguez Cruz is one of the better prospects in baseball we're going right now. So, among others from the Yankees in the mid-minor league system.
And it's important for a team to do that so you can absorb the loss of a Garrett Cole and a Clark Schmidt and the first 3.5 months of Lewis Hill. They really didn't take a step back. They got off to another good start. Obviously, they had that middle 51 games where they didn't play well, but the pitching has been consistent. And Schlittler was called up almost out of desperation. They needed somebody to step in, and boy, he's done better than they could have hoped.
Next spring training, when Garrett Cole comes back, and about 4 or 5 of these young guys that I just mentioned are going to be in spring training, you watch out. Going to be lighting it up. Some big arms.
Yeah, it can become frustrating, too, when you get a glut of, like, prospects because there's really not enough openings. I don't know when you came up. I mean, Was it a straight shot to the major leagues, or were you stuck for a while because they had great pitching ahead of you at the major league level?
You can easily get stuck.
Now, the pitcher that David's mentioning, Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, has been named the Yankees minor league player of the year by Baseball America. So that's high praise, and the Yankees hope that, you know, Elmer one day will be the glue to the staff.
It's just waiting. It's just waiting for you to get here. When he gets here, there's just so many ways you can go.
Michael, that had to simmer for a while. The Elmer, the glue, yeah, that's just good. It took me a few, you know.
David got it right away. I could see you. It was percolating.
Simmering.
The hitters will be sniffing glue when he's on here, up here.
Cows are down on strikes. How did he hold that?
That's stuck.
Some strong hands there. That ball was in the glove and coming out and then stays in.
I remember Yogi used to tell the catchers, you know, they say, is there any way that you can get, he said, you've got to have a really loose glove so that it just does, it kind of sticks in there. Basayo fouls it back. He struck out in the third. 5 strikeouts for Schlittler, 1 walk. Yankees lead 3-0. Remember, they are tied with the Blue Jays atop the American League East. Blue Jay game starts at 3 against Tampa Bay. Yankees have to finish ahead of the Blue Jays to win the East. They can't get in tied because the Blue Jays beat them head-to-head in their 13 games, 8-5. So that would be the first tiebreaker. So the Yankees must gain a game in these last 2 games in order to win the division. Swing and a miss. Basayo down on strikes for the 2nd time. That's the 6th strikeout. The 6th Yankee strikeout brought to you by Audi and the 2025 Audi Q6. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
And Basayo kind of yelling himself going back to the dugout. When you see the replay, Coney, that was by him, and he missed it by about 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah, I mean, they're just perfectly located, too, up at the top of the zone, about 98.7 miles an hour.
Oh, another hit batter as Mayo gets plunked.
Obviously, Schlittler not hitting guys on purpose, but you hate to see it because whether they're on purpose or not, if you hit enough, and as a Yankee hitter, you got to think that at some point they're going to come up and in on a few people, and the last thing you want to do is somebody get hit for the Yankees going into the playoffs right on the back of the arm there.
So Matt Blake wants to settle down Schlittler. Holiday waits. It comes up as a tying run. Yankees have 3 solo home runs today. They're up 3-0. So Holiday against the Yankees in these last 5+ games is 1 for 18. And he's 1 for his last 30 in his last 7 games.
There's been a lot of fireworks and loud hits for the Yankees, but Holiday represents the tying run here. So this game's still far from over.
0-2. In the 5th inning here at the stadium, Yankees lead 3-0. 2 hit batters have put 2 runners on for the Orioles with 2 outs. A lot of pitching info right there. You know, Rodon said the other day that when Cole went down, and Cole's been such a workhorse, he and Fried knew that they had to make every single start, and that's exactly what they did. And then you throw in Will Warren, probably a year ahead of schedule. Nobody thought he'd be in the big leagues. And they did their job. They almost gave him 100 starts between those three guys. And you know, David, there's a certain pride that pitchers take, that they take the ball every 5 days.
There's nothing better for a rotation and a team when you have young starters come up and contribute. Will Warren, Cam Schlittler. Just a huge lift psychologically.
Oh, just missed inside. So now it's 3-2. The runners will go on this payoff pitch.
You know, that guy for us was Andy Pettitte. 1995 when he showed up.
Runners go. 3-2. Just got a piece to stay alive.
And when you look at Cam Schlittler and his stuff, that power arsenal, you're still looking at somebody that's an unfinished product. There's more pitches to learn. There's a changeup in there at some point that's going to be brought into play.
Broken back, ground ball, Jazz Chisholm. And that'll do it as he works into and out of trouble. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. We're halfway through.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
2, please. Make that 3. With the Capital One Saver card, you earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment.
3% cash back on salty, 3% cash back on sweet. You know this movie's 3 hours, right?
Good call.
Are you in this one?
Yeah, I'm in this one. Get your tentacles off my 3% cash back. Oh, perfect delivery. Oh, what's in your wallet?
I'm partnering with Home Chef to bring 5-star meals without stress right to your table. With fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and convenient, easy-to-follow recipes delivered to your front door. Wow, this looks delicious. Beautiful. You get my top quality meals made right at home. Come on, what are you waiting for? Get my 5-star meals without the stress on the Home Chef menu for a limited time.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
After Einstein Official Hospital in New York Yankees, Trevor McGill last pitched August 24th for the Brewers. He's their closer. He threw to hitters yesterday. Been on the 15-day IL with a right flexor strain. Boy, if they got him back, what a boost that would be for Milwaukee. McMahon takes outside as we start the bottom of the 5th inning.
And And, Michael, just one note when it comes to the Yankees roster, familiar face in the clubhouse earlier today, J.C. Escarra is back. He is not on the active roster. He's a member of the taxi squad. Teams can carry a catcher as a member of that squad. When I asked Aaron Boone if he could potentially come into play when it comes to the playoff roster, he said, we haven't even talked about that yet. We don't know exactly where we're going to be or who we're playing, but everything will be discussed when they get to that point where they know exactly what is happening when it comes to the postseason.
I'm somewhat dubious when you keep getting the answer. We haven't even thought about that. No, I'm sorry. I think
They've thought about it.
Yeah.
They are not in a position to publicly.
Right, which I understand, but to say it, well, we haven't thought. They think about everything. They think about what they're going to eat on the plane 3 weeks from now.
Well, that might
this is a very buttoned-up organization. They know what they're doing. Like, I don't think they'll sit down tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Okay, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
McMahon with a home run into the Yankee bullpen in the second inning, his 20th home run of the year. He's been struggling, came into the game 5 for his last 46. And that got a piece of Basayo.
I'm going to text Joe Girardi and ask him how that feels.
Yeah. And it's not like it happens once a month. It's every day you're getting pelted back there by something as a catcher.
Yankees jumping out to this lead. Obviously, the Blue Jays are very aware, put some pressure on them if the Yankees could hold on. I would think the Blue Jays, whose game starts in about 30 minutes, probably in the clubhouse right now watching. So hello to all you guys.
They got a nice new clubhouse up there.
that right?
Renovation they did. Wow, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, I remember walking like underneath the stand, the old stands to get to the old clubhouse. So the visitor and home are different?
Home's a little different, yes, but the visitors, it's like space age. Well, next year when you go to Toronto with me, Paul, you'll find out.
Well, you get me through customs. That's the thing that bothered me about Toronto is you got to go through that extra step.
Line drive. It's a base hit to right field. Oh, the Yankees like to see McMahon get hot as he leads off the fifth with a single. He's 2 for 2.
Well, this is a good at bat too because he didn't give up. He had a nasty ball outside, but you still inside early in the count. You still can't start looking for that pitch. You still have to be able to cover that outside pitch. I don't care how good pitchers are. It's very hard for them to make that perfect pitch 3 times in a count.
There's Anthony Volpe. 0-1. Volpe struck out in the second inning. Volpe calls time. Sugano, 66 pitches. And the count now 0-2. Grant Wolfram is warming up in the Orioles bullpen.
Do you think if I wore my pants like that with my suit, I could hide my boiler a little bit?
The high waisters.
Put my belt halfway through my belly button. Right.
1-2.
I'll never forget one time Kevin Hart, the comedian. We were at a golf tournament and he was emulating, it was Michael Jordan's, and he was emulating Jordan when he used to wear the real high thing. So he pulled those pants up to about his shoulder. Well, you know, Jordan's what, 6'8", Hart's about 5'8".
On a good day.
Yeah, one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Fouled away.
So you know what I saw at the mall the other day, speaking of that, Michael?
Tell me.
First time, I was walking by a shop and I told Ned, hey, hang on, look, the pleats are coming back into the pants. You know, we've had flat front, you know, pants for years. Now, you know.
Why you should keep your suits.
Well, when the flat fronts came in, I thought, well, were we trying to be the Beatles here? But it's been in vogue for the past 5 or 6 years. Now the pleats are going to come back in. Yeah, those are definitely the high waisters there.
Like mom jeans.
Bobby Brooks. Remember Bobby Brooks in high school?
Yes.
Girls look pretty good in Bobby Brooks, didn't they?
You stop by Spencer Gifts at the mall, maybe pick up.
Spencer's, is that still around?
Oh, yeah.
My brothers used to go in there and get the black lights.
Yeah, they still have them.
Fish net to hang from the ceiling, all kinds of stuff.
Three-two. Left field. Beavers. 5 putouts for Beavers. And that looks like it's going to do it for Sugano. Interim manager Tony Mansolino is going to go to the bullpen. So Sugano, 4 1/3. He allowed 3 runs and 3 home runs.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,000 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
I'm partnering with Home Chef to bring 5-star meals without stress right to your table. With fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and convenient, easy-to-follow recipes delivered to your front door. Wow, this looks delicious. Beautiful. You get my top quality meals made right at home. Come on, what are you waiting for? Get my 5-star meals without the stress.
Fans catch all the action at Yankee Stadium this postseason. 2025 postseason tickets are on sale now. Experience October baseball at Yankee Stadium this fall. Postseason tickets are going fast, so visit Yankees.com/postseason today. Either starting Tuesday or Saturday. Saturday, if they win the division. Tuesday, they will get in as the wild card. Grant Wolfram recalled today as Dietrich Enns was put on the paternity list. Wolfram is 6'7", 28 years old. Spent 7 seasons in the minors before his major league debut on April 26th. And Grisham fouls off the first pitch. He's been up and down between the Orioles and AAA. This is his 5th time he was called up. Also calling up today, the Orioles got Carson Ragsdale. So Cade Povich was sent down. Dietrich Enns went on the paternity list. Fouled away. During the off seasons, as he's climbed up 7 years in the minors, he worked at UPS, HVAC, his dad's landscaping company. Did you guys have off-season jobs?
Yeah, my father was in construction, so I would do that in the off season. I worked at a sporting goods one off season, so sure, yeah, it was a year-round thing, right, Cody?
It had to pay the bills.
And then you read stories about like the stars in the 50s. Yogi would work, worked in a haberdasher. They worked in a bowling alley. Yogi and Phil Rizzuto, they owned the bowling alley, so they want to make some extra money. 2-2. That one just missed the outside corner. 3-2 on Grisham. The Orioles, by the way, have tied a record. They've used 70 players this year, 70. And the record was set last year by the Marlins. Also, they used 70 players. Good eye by Grisham. He worked a walk, took some really tough pitches.
Yeah, the 2-2 was a really good take. A ball just off the outside corner. The 3-2, he completely lost him there. But, again, the Yankees just want to try to put this game out of reach. I mean, you're still at 3-0 in the middle of the game here. A big inning. Make things a lot easier.
Ben Rice skied out to Beavers and left twice against Sugano. This guy looked like he'd be tough for a lefty, Paul.
Well, anytime there, you talked, he was 6'7". I always had problems with tall lefties because their release point, you really didn't pick up the ball as well.
Also, the Braves joined that 70-player record. Last weekend, they got to 70 players. So the Braves, the Marlins, and the Orioles, 70 players. When you consider the opening day roster holds 26, you almost have 3 rosters that you've used.
Yeah, we're talking last night that, you could see the Braves and the Orioles, as disappointing as this year has been for both teams, with the injuries and, with a few moves, they could be right back in the playoffs with the young talent that they have.
2-2. Yankees really taking close pitches outside. So 2-2 on Rice. First and second, one man out.
And sometimes you take a pitch because you see it real well, and sometimes you take a pitch because you can't hit it. And that looked like the case right there. A big breaking ball away.
3-2. Aaron Judge is on deck. Foul back and out of play. Another foul ball.
If you're Ben Rice here at 3-2, you almost have to sell out as a fastball. He hasn't been able to throw that breaking ball for a strike. Everything's been away, but the fastball's good enough where you got to honor it at 96, 97. If he throws a good breaking ball, he's going to get you.
Bad breaking ball upstairs, so Rice walks and the bases are loaded for Judge.
Well, and that's got into a big mess now. Bases loaded, Aaron Judge, nowhere to put him. First 2 times up, a home run, and the other one was scalded to center field, too.
Well, Drew French, the pitching coach, going to go out and talk with his left-hander.
Cody, what do you say right here? Your base is loaded. Aaron Judge is coming to the plate. You're in trouble there, son.
You are in trouble right here. And Aaron Judge has the platoon advantage. Both he and Giancarlo love hitting off a left-handed pitching, generally speaking. Nowhere to hide here. Just want to make sure you're on the same page of, how you're going to go about it. A little reminder of the scouting report. He's done a good job of getting ahead of the hitters. He hasn't been able to put them away. Trent Grisham was down 0-2, worked the walk. Ben Rice down 1-2 in the count, works the walk.
Has 51 home runs in his career against the Orioles. That's in 119 games. Ties him up with the pitch inside, fastball.
That's a pitch that shouldn't be called. That ball's in off the plate, and it kind of sets up the count. A big break for Wolfram.
That would be a touch to the top of the helmet next year.
Especially with bases loaded.
1-1. Yankees have 9 grand slams this year. Team record for a season is 10. They've done it 5 times. Another pitch inside, called the strike, 1-2.
This is a frustrating at bat. These 2 balls called inside, both not on the plate. It's not the ball that you want to adjust to, because then you leave the outside part of the plate. And I think Aaron Boone has seen the replays on both of those pitches.
He must have thrown him out already, because you are not allowed to argue balls and strikes. Yeah, he did.
These are important games, and this is an important at bat. And if you're Ramon de Jesus, you got to realize that you just missed 2 pitches. We should throw you out, not Aaron Boone.
So 1-2. Could argue it should be 3-0. Wolfram sets and deals. Check swing, 2-2. And there's a base hit up the middle. McMahon scores. Here comes Grisham. He'll score. The throw to third. Rice is in there. Judge moves to second on the throw, and the Yankees lead 5-0.
That's a huge at bat by Aaron Judge. You have 2 pitches taken away from you, and you still have enough confidence and enough just to block it out. Come up with a huge hit, try to break this game open. Good base running by Ben Rice. Finally, he got something over the plate and lined it up the middle.
Three ribbies on the day, 114 on the season. Infield in. And Bellinger lost one to center. Tagging is Rice. Catch is made by Cowser. The throw goes to third. Rice scores. Sac fly for Bellinger. And the Yankees lead 6-0.
Just good baseball there. Get it done early. You don't want to fall behind with a big lefty. He's got a good curveball that could possibly strike you out. So hit early in the count. Get the job done. Good piece of hitting by Cody Bellinger.
Bases were loaded, and now they're unloaded. And the lead is doubled.
Here's Stanton, solo home run in the second, hit it the other way into the bleachers in right center. For Bellinger, that's his 98th run batted in with that sac fly.
A surprise if they give him anything to hit here. The way he's swinging the bat.
And you have a lefty on deck.
Yeah. You can almost see the four fingers coming up, but I guess not.
Two and 0 on Stanton. Runner at second, first base open, 2 men out. 3 runs in, Yankees lead 6-0. Bottom of the 5th. Two and 1.
I'd like to do a special behind the scenes, get Meredith Marakovitz with this and find out what managers do when they get thrown out of the game.
Go kick your feet up on the desk in the office and listen to Michael Kay on the TV.
Fouled straight back.
See, Bobby Valentine recreated his mustache scene
the
other day at the Old Timers Day at Citi Field. That was an all-timer. I mean, like, we're not going to notice.
Holds up. We'll count 3-2. They're not pitching around him. They're trying to get him out.
Yeah, 2 good pitches, but I don't see him giving in here.
Judge leads off second. That one misses inside. Stan thought he might be punched out. Instead, he works a walk. And the inning continues for the Yankees with Jazz Chisholm coming up.
Again, this is the inside. This is the breaking ball, not the fastballs that were called against Aaron Judge.
First and second, 2 outs. And that one hits Jazz Chisholm.
If you look at Wolfram, I mean, he's been inside to lefties with the fastball and can't throw a strike with the curveball away. And this looked like it got the underneath the elbow. Not good for Jazz Chisholm.
Now, this is just throwing a spitball out there. Is that retaliation for 2 Orioles getting hit?
No, I don't think so. He's been wild this whole inning. And like I said, it's been up and into lefties. He threw one to Rice, too. See, this is kind of a two-seamer just kind of going in. And it looked like it just hit underneath the elbow, just above the elbow, which there's a little meat there. That's a good thing. Obviously, it's painful. But last thing you want to see is the wrist.
Well, he is in the dugout being tended to. He walked right to the dugout. They haven't sent anybody out to first base yet. And now Caballero will come out. So the Yankees have to hold their breath. Chisholm's so important to what they do. So bases loaded, and that brings up Goldschmidt against the lefty.
If you're Goldschmidt, after looking at that, you really want to break this game wide open.
One and 0.
A tough game for Jazz. Got flipped at second base on his head. Just got drilled. Just walked right to the clubhouse. I'm out. I'm done with this game.
Two and 0. And a strike, 2-1.
If you look at the strikes called, they've all been for the umpire because he really has not thrown a strike that hadn't been swung at yet.
Grounded and grabbed there by Henderson. Steps on the bag, and that will do it. Yankees send 9 runners to the plate. They score 3, they leave 3. We go to the 6th.
Two, please. Make that 3. With the Capital One Saver card, you earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment.
3% cash back on salty, 3% cash back on sweet. You know this movie's 3 hours, right?
Good call.
Are you in this one?
Yeah, I'm in this one. Get your tentacles off my 3% cash back. Oh, perfect delivery. Oh, what's in your wallet?
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
I'm partnering with Home Chef to bring 5-star meals without stress right to your table. Beautiful. You get my top quality meals made right at home. Come on. What are you waiting for? Get my 5-star meals without the stress.
Thank you, Bob. Walk-off hit by Rafael off the Green Monster clinches a playoff berth for the Red Sox. Pete Crow Armstrong, second player with a 30-30 season in Cubs history. Sammy Sosa did it twice. And the Astros will be eliminated with a loss or wins by Detroit and Cleveland. Broken bat, looper into center field. And there is Grisham to retire Westbrook. Caballero takes over at second after pinch running for Chisholm, who was hit by a pitch. Guys, I would think that when the Blue Jays take the field right now, Yankees up 6-0, that's got to put a little extra pressure on them.
I always love to post a number on the scoreboard, and then, yeah, it's like they can't get rid of the Yankees. The Yankees just continue to win, and I think it always does put pressure knowing that you have to win instead of just going out and playing at the same time. You?
Yeah, absolutely. Post the score.
.77 pitches for Schlittler, 1 out here in the 6th. 2-0 count on Henderson. 2-1. Henderson leads the Orioles with 157 hits. Three and 1.
Tony, how important was it to you to, your last start going into the playoffs to end on a good note? Because I know sometimes you're hot hitting. Once you get to the play, it's a totally different thing, though, huh?
It is. You wanted to feel good about it. A lot of times, if you were trying to get lined up for postseason, you actually might pitch in relief, just to stagger your days a little bit, just to keep you fresh and line you up for a particular day you were going to pitch in the postseason. In this case, the Yankees are lined up the way they want it. Cam Schlittler's lined up in the 3-hole. He's done nothing but solidify himself today with this performance.
3-2 on Gunnar Henderson.
Sometimes it just comes down to how a manager feels about you when you're on the mound. You get the feeling that Aaron Boone feels real comfortable when Cam Schlittler's on the mound.
Well, I mean, just overpowering stuff. High 90s fastball.
And he strikes out Henderson on a cutter.
Throwing that cutter a little bit more. Early in the game, it was fastball, curveball. Now he's starting to mix the cut fastball in.
Seven strikeout for Schlittler. He's given up just one hit, the double of Henderson with one out in the fourth. That's it. One walk, 7 strikeouts. Now, with the 5 2/3 scoreless innings, his ERA has gone from 3.27 to 3.01. And there's a base hit by O'Neill. 2-out single.
It was funny, Coney. I was asking you earlier, you know, is it that much difficult to get the ball down in the zone because he pitches high? That's really the first low fastball you've seen. It was lined up the middle.
Yeah. If you're going to get the four-seamer down, you want it at the knees because those are the ones that look low and they can jump into the mitt. You can get called strikes there. Kevin Gausman with the Blue Jays does that exceptionally well with his four-seamer and sets up that splitter that he throws.
Beavers takes a strike. Oh, 0-2.
Little sunshine peeking through. First time today.
I'll tell you what, the couple of days we had before, Coney, we didn't know if we were going to have games. It rained all day, then there'll be a little window.
And Beavers strikes out. 8 strikeouts for Schlittler over 6. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 6-0 ends.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
You three are cooking my exclusive recipes from Home Chef, and your time starts now.
With Home Chef, you don't need to stress dinner.
Yes, Home Chef. Bloody delicious. In fact, delicious.
Major League Baseball wants to hear from you. Join the Fans at Bat community, share your passion, and help shape the future of the game. Your feedback matters. Sign up today at MLB.com/fansatbat.
It's time to Name That Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. 119-99, ERA of 3.38, 1,072 strikeouts. Pitched for a lot of teams. Yankee run there from 57 to 60. Ended up with the Phillies.
Michael, I'm drawing blanks here in the.
It's a 10. They always give the hard ones on Saturday. Any idea, Dave?
Not right off the top of my head, no.
All right.
I'm looking at the A's, you know, in the 40s. And
yeah, that's.
The A's have been everywhere. They were in Philly, they were in Kansas City, they were in Oakland, now they're in Sacramento, going to Vegas.
Wow.
The A's have traveled.
Yes, they certainly have.
New pitcher, Geraldo. 1-0.
I'd say looking back, though, I wouldn't miss Oakland if I was still playing. There's something about that ballpark. It was a football field made into a baseball field.
Looks like it'll reach the seats just barely. I don't think Messiah saw it. That was one that he could have leaned over and maybe had a chance at.
You know, before they built in Oakland at the Coliseum, the Mount Davis in the center field.
Yeah.
They had the best sound system in the league.
Yeah.
This big sound system up in right field, and center field was clear.
It was one of those ballparks that you had to get your hits and stuff in the early part of the game because it got cold at the end of the game. The ball wouldn't carry.
1-2 on McMahon. McMahon's 2 for 2. Yarmil Geraldo, 29 years old, made his major league debut on May 27. And down goes McMahon on strikes.
Good running changeup. This ball takes off. Down and away.
Yeah, you're talking about Schlittler. I mean, that's the pitch you need to a lefty to put them away. A lot of times lefties, you know, if you need a pitch, you need something going away from them as a right-handed pitcher.
0-1 on Volpe. He was 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly ball to left. Clips the outside corner, 0-2. One and two. When the Yankees play 500 or better teams, their OPS is 757. That's first in the majors. Against sub 500 teams is 823, also first in the majors. And that kind of puts to bed another narrative, another myth that's out there. All they do is beat up on bad teams. It's not necessarily true. And the team with the biggest gap in their OPS against 500 or better teams and losing teams happens to be the first place Blue Jays, who the Yankees are tied with. Back to the top of the order in Grisham. He walked and scored in the fifth. He's 0 for 2. Popped up. Westberg makes the play in fair territory as the Yankees go down in order 1, 2, 3, and we'll go to the 7th.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
2, please. Make that 3. With the Capital One Saver card, you earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment.
3% cash back on salty, 3% cash back on sweet. You know this movie's 3 hours, right?
Good call.
Are you in this one?
Yeah, I'm in this one. Get your tentacles off my 3% cash back. Oh, perfect delivery. Oh, what's in your wallet?
You three are cooking my exclusive recipes from Home Chef, and your time starts now.
What these chefs don't know is, with Home Chef, you don't need to stress dinner. Get Gordon's 5-star meals delivered.
Perfection. With Home Chef, I promise you, it's so easy, even a donkey can do it. Get my 5-star meals without the stress on the Home Chef menu for a limited time. We actually went to culinary school together.
Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Well, Cam Schlittler has really led with his fastball. We talked about the explosiveness, the high velocity, the action on it, the life. Been there all day. It's really the leader of the pack for him. It's on some good curveballs, some cutters, but the 8 strikeouts are coming off that four-seamer. The majority of his swing and misses have been on that four-seamer as far as today has gone.
I don't know that you've seen a pitcher, a young pitcher just come up and walk around with the confidence you see in Schlittler. And you know what, when you're blowing balls by guys at 100, I'm sure that it helps.
7 swings and misses from the Orioles today on that 14 fastball.
Jeremiah Jackson leads off. And a strike. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Schlittler's ERA coming into the 7th inning, an even 3. So he could dip into the 2s with a scoreless inning if they let him pitch the entire inning. Still throwing hard, 99. He holds his velocity first inning to his last pitch.
I think got a lot to do with what you said earlier, Coney, that he's not exerting himself. It looks free and easy, so he's not trying to hump up to throw 99. It's just his frame, his arm, and the way he lets go of the ball.
It's little checkpoints that he's very consistent with in his delivery. When he first starts, his drop step, the look down to make sure his rhythm is in time. Watch his head go down. Let me check it, back up, pick up the target, go. He does that every time.
Another strikeout.
Oh, cutter there, up and away. But that sets up your rhythm. You can see, and his leg kick is consistent.
Very late. 9th strikeout. And his ERA now sits at 2.99. There's Colton Cowser. Left field. Bellinger is there. 2 away here in the 7th.
It's kind of a lot of different styles for pitchers. Pedro Martinez liked to keep his eyes on the target the whole time and keep his head real still. Greg Maddux did what Cam Schlittler does, is look down when you first start your delivery. Kind of make sure you stay back, get your rhythm right, and then pick up the target.
Here's Samuel Basayo. He has struck out twice, 2 of the 9 strikeouts, as you saw, career high in the relatively new career of Cam Schlittler.
I don't think you could paint a better picture of what you wanted from him today. I mean, here you are in the 7th inning. You're at 93 pitches. Get through this inning, that's probably calling it for a day. I mean, you end the season looking to the postseason to continue what you're doing, and that's just throwing the ball well.
Yeah, Michael called it. His stuff has been retained really since he's come up to the big leagues. Today, certainly a big factor. Stuff is still there. There's a rhythm and a looseness to him out there that it really is conducive to a starting pitcher retaining his stuff.
0-2 on Basayo. Still 0-2.
So they'll look back at the scoreboard. Where was that? It was at 98. You're all right. But this is what's happened when you get ahead. I mean, as a hitter, you're so into trying to catch up to that fastball that you leave the strike zone. You can't catch up to the ball in your eyes.
High fly ball left field. Bellinger puts it away. And that'll do it. 7 strong for Cam Schlittler. That is a big boy performance for the rookie. allows 2 hits, no runs over 7 innings. It's time for the 7th inning stretch here at the stadium. Yankees lead 6-0, but we'll stay right where we are as they honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you rise and remove your caps and please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Marine Corps Corporal Ralph Ruggiero from Toms River, New Jersey, served in the Korean War. The Yankees say thank you, Ralph, for your sacrifice and for your service to our nation. And now, please join us in singing along with Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. Throw the light with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
All right, fans.
Time for the great mascot race. Ready, set, go. And they're on. Look at them go, folks. They're neck and neck. It's a wild crowd. Down the home stretch. Here they come. Here's the play at the plate. It's Wally. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. Because in a Chevy truck, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Can't get enough baseball? Get MLB Network today. Scan the QR code to stream up to 15 out-of-market games a week live on any device. Plus, 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows, including live game look-ins and exclusive player interviews.
That was the MVP of the game right there. How fun is this show?
Enjoy the home of baseball from virtually anywhere.
Have yourself a night.
Scan now to stream MLB Network for just $5.99 a month.
Major League Baseball wants to hear from you. Join the Fans at Bat community, share your passion, and help shape the future of the game. Your feedback matters. Sign up today at MLB.com/fansatbat.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500.
Sugano went 4 1/3. Gunnar Henderson, one of the 2 hits against Schlittler, who won 7 innings, a walk, a career high 9 strikeouts, more home runs for the Yanks. Judge, Stanton, and McMahon.
Sorry, I just had my Frankie Valli moment between innings.
And you were singing, too.
Does Frankie Valli sound better in Yankee Stadium than it does in Cincinnati, Ohio? There's just something about it. I don't know.
Rice grounds out to first against Carson Ragsdale. One down in the 7th. That's going to bring up Judge. 3 RBIs, solo home run, and a 2-run single.
Well, Toronto and Tampa Bay are underway, huh, Michael?
Yes, they are. Tampa Bay with a runner on first and 2 outs, top of the first. And we'll have that score for the remainder of the game right there in the right-hand corner. The Yankees are leading 6-0. putting pressure on Toronto. They both sit atop the American League East with the same record of 92 and 68. If it remains tied, well, Toronto gets in as the AL East winner because they have the wild card, or they have the head-to-head tiebreaker. Judge has the Jordans on again.
You know, I don't know that he started the game with
He didn't.
Yeah.
You're right, he put these on. So 2 more hits brings his average up to 332, so he will assuredly win the batting title, and it's got to be the shoes. 1-2. He waved at that one. Judge down on strikes. 2 away.
Kind of a slide slips. It kind of, I think, even fooled Aaron Judge, not knowing when the windup was going to start.
They're putting a basketball team on the field. He's 6'8". That one is ripped to first base. Mayo with the play, taking an extra base hit away from Bellinger. So the Yankees go down in order against Ragsdale, and we'll go to the 8th. 6-0 Bombers.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
We all know Ellie, Gunnar, and Paul's road to the show, but what about yours? The amateur years are just the stepping stone, and your journey to the big leagues. Take control of choices that matter.
Now the third baseman, Derek Martin.
Level up your game.
That one way back, and it's gone.
And become a legend, because your road to the show starts now.
And the Reds are World Series champions.
Rated E for everyone.
You love the players.
50-50.
You love the game. Now you can own baseball greatness. MLB Auction lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more. With items added all season long from your favorite major league teams, legends, and players. Each item is MLB authenticated to ensure the item shipped directly to your home is the real deal. Want a piece of the game? Visit auctions.mlb.com.
Has a story to tell. Don't know? Don't judge. Turn the page on stigma. Visit oasis.ny.gov. Turn into a lovely Saturday afternoon here in the Bronx as we go to the 8th inning. Schlittler's day is done, so they go to Paul Blackburn. He'll face 9-1-2 in the Orioles order. High fly ball, left field and deep. Going back, Bellinger. He's on the track. He's at the wall. See ya. The Orioles are on the board. A home run by Mayo is 11.
So much for the courtesy pitch out of the bullpen, huh, Cody?
First pitch jumped.
Well, somebody in the seats has quite an arm. They just threw it from those seats almost to the infield skin.
The two-seamer kind of ran in, but it didn't get all the way in on his hands. Able to pull those hands in. And just put the barrel on it. And that's all you need to do here down the lines at Yankee Stadium.
It was Jackson Holliday. Now, we'll give you the Name That Yankee answer probably in the next inning. But we want to take the time to thank guys that have helped us, especially with the Yankee Vault videos. You know, the old-time players, they find these great videos. It's Joe Porciello, who it's actually his birthday today, and also Mike LaManna. They do a great job, and they contribute to the Name That Yankee popularity with those Vault videos. So thanks, guys.
It's been a fun addition this year.
Yeah.
Even when you don't get them, they, you know, kind of. When you do get them, when you don't get them, and then you get the answer like, I knew that, and it just didn't come to you.
You're not getting this one today.
I'm not even trying. I saw the years, I saw all the teams, but it must be a decent name because there was a lot of wins involved.
The Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Strike three. Holiday down looking. He is really struggling. 1 for his last 32. Take a look at the bullpen budget brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Well, you would think they want to stay away from Bednar. Probably Williams as well. And in a perfect world, Weaver. So everybody else would be available. I think if they had to close the game, it would probably be Weaver.
Yeah, the one guy that I looked at, and Weaver's up right now, so yeah, they're going to use him. But Doval really looked good last night, and I think you touched on something very good. You know, when he was cutter fastball, there wasn't a lot of movement. Now that he's using that slider, there's a ball that moves a little bit more and takes some velocity off, and he looked a lot better last night.
Yeah, if he can throw that for strikes consistently, and then one that he misses with, you got a swing and miss pitch.
And guys, I spoke to Duvall in the clubhouse last night, and he said more than anything, it wasn't necessarily making mechanical adjustments to his stuff. It was more a shift in mentality. He said he felt a little uncomfortable when he got here. It took him some time to get comfortable and really get his confidence back. Now that he has his confidence, he believes that he's going to be able to do what he wants to do in any situation and throw strikes. And we've seen it the last couple times out. As you mentioned, he's been much better, as we'll see from last night.
Yeah, he started the first batter 3-0 and then just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, and that's that slider and the cutter and the fastball are overpowering. Don't get me wrong, but to be able to add something that has a break to it, that gets away from the barrel of the bat, I think that's a key to him.
Probably his best swing and miss pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, if they have straightened him out, what a weapon in the postseason he would be. This guy throws 99, 100-mile-an-hour cutters.
Yeah, you look recently what has happened. I mean, Weaver, you always trust him. He's good. And Bednar's been really good. But all of a sudden, Devin Williams, the ball, I mean, they're throwing the ball well. It just gives you so many options out of the bullpen. Tim Hill has been consistent pretty much all year. He'll throw strikes, get ground balls.
Hey guys, quick update on Jazz Chisholm Jr., who left after getting hit in the forearm. He had an x-ray that came back negative. He will have a CT scan, but so far so good when it comes to the news on Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Thank you, Meredith. More on that on the postgame. So a home run by Mayo puts the Orioles on the board. Bottom of the 8th, Yankees up 6-1.
Two, please. Make that 3 with the Capital One Saver card. You earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment.
3% cash back on salty, 3% cash back on sweet. You know this movie's 3 hours, right?
Good call.
Are you in this one?
Yeah, I'm in this one. Get your tentacles off my 3% cash back. Oh, perfect delivery. Oh, what's in your wallet?
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
You three are cooking my exclusive recipes from Home Chef, and your time starts now.
What these chefs don't know is, with Home Chef, you don't need to stress dinner. Get Gordon's 5-star meals delivered.
Cash presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. 1-2-3 inning for Ragsdale on the 7th, so he's going to pitch the 8th as well. He'll face Stanton, Caballero, and Goldschmidt. 5, 6, and 7 in the Yankees order. 3 more home runs for the Yankees. They lead 6-1 on the Hyundai scoreboard. Stanton with a walk and a home run. His 24th home run of the year. That was leading off the 2nd inning. Judge, Stanton, and McMahon with the long ball today. And that's a pitch clock violation. So it's 2-0. Doesn't want to get another one, so he calls Basayo out. You think you'd have a problem with that rule, David, or did you pitch fairly quickly?
I like to work quickly, and we were taught that way. The faster you work, the better it is on your defense. Put the hitters on the defensive. Now, the one thing is if you're running around, backing up third or covering first,
you need a little break.
You might need a timeout here and there.
Well, looks like he's winding on pitch coming. That's fouled off the foot of Stanton.
Two-seamer just kind of beat down on the toe on the front side. Ouch.
Chop left side, knocked down by Henderson, regains and fires, and reaching first is Stanton. See if he's okay. He kind of slowed down at first base there. I don't know if the foot's still hurting after the foul ball.
Yeah, he's not wanting to all-out sprint. We know that, and plus he just fouled a ball off his toe, so you're kind of just getting to first base, and if I'm safe, I'm safe.
They give him a hit, and they give him the rest of the day off as Jason Dominguez will pinch run.
Say, they're wrapping a lot of ice bags up in that training room. You got a toe with Stanton. You got Jazz, who's I'm sure has got ice on his arm. Pitchers still do the big bags of ice on their shoulders and stuff.
Some probably do, although some of the new medical data I've seen out there kind of discourages that.
Is that right?
I never really liked the ice either. Really, maybe I'd get an alcohol rub from Stevie Donahue afterwards.
And then a glass of alcohol later.
Yeah,
we're good to go.
Runner goes. Got him. Good throw by Basayo. Dominguez not sure.
On the field is out at second base. New York has challenged.
Yeah, looks like that arm got in there. We'll see. Yeah, I think he's safe. That's where a lot of times now, without the big swipe tag, you're not really engaging the tag on the runner. The old days they would catch it and swipe across, and there was really no way to miss. But they're almost taught to hold the tag now because so many guys slide off the base. But from that angle, it looked like that arm or hand got in before the tag.
Well, crowd sees it on big board, so they're cheering, thinking this will be overturned. Dominguez seemed fairly certain that he was in there.
As a runner, you can usually feel the tag. I know that a lot of times you think you're in there and you're not, but you can usually feel the tag, especially if it's on the arm or something.
Check out the challenge replay brought to you by Citizens Made Ready. Just don't know when the glove hit the upper arm.
I got to go with the safe call, Michael.
All right, let's take it right. Boy, Messiah makes Caballero look small.
The longer it takes, the harder it is to overturn.
Here we go.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out. New York loses their challenge.
I don't believe you. It must not have been enough.
I just think that it wasn't clear enough when he touched the upper arm. So an 0-1 count on Caballero, 1 out now, bottom of the 8th. Yankees lead 6-1. Caballero took over for Chisholm after Chisholm was hit. Pinch ran for him, and this is his first at bat. Pop up, shallow center field. Cowser puts it away. Let's check out Best in the Game, brought to you by T-Mobile.
Well, they're saying he's out, so we got to go with it. But it looked like that hand got in there. Just don't know exactly when, as Michael said.
I think if he was called safe and the Orioles challenged, it would not have been overturned. It was that close. Chopped foul by Goldschmidt. Paul's 0 for 3 today. They go to the second inning, middle of the second now. Tampa Bay and Toronto 0-0, and Rogers center in Toronto. Oh, 2. No one warming for the Yankees. Looks like it will be Blackburn in the 9th.
You just really can't say enough about Cam Schlittler getting through 7 innings for them today. And it's going to be a full bullpen rest day for the Yankees at this juncture. Could not have gone any better on the pitching side.
Yeah, it looked free and easy. I mean, he had 3 pitches. He fastball, curveball early, went to the cutter late. Just a tremendous outing by Cam Schlittler.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. The rugged Colorado. The highly capable Silverado 1500. The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
You three are cooking my exclusive recipes from Home Chef, and your time starts now.
What these chefs don't know is, with Home Chef, you don't need distressed dinner.
Stop. Your knife skills are stunning.
Get Gordon's 5-star meals delivered.
Yes, Home Chef. Bloody delicious. Get my 5-star meals without the stress on the Home Chef menu for a limited time. In fact, delicious.
Name that Yankee. A lot of teams, good numbers. Hall of Famer. Turned 100 yesterday. Bobby Shantz. He's the oldest living Hall of Famer and the oldest living ex-Yankee at 100 years old. He was not a tall guy at all, but boy, could he pitch. big outs.
Wow, that was Jackie Robinson. And Stan the man. Getting them all out.
Great fielder, too.
You know what it is, Michael? I've just had a bad year with the Bobs. It's Bob McDonald, Bob. If it's Bob, I'm not getting it.
MVP in 52, ERA champion in 57, champion with the Yankees in 58, time Gold Glove winner. And I was mistaken, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
MVP is a starting pitcher, though, huh?
And Tyler Kepner had an article in The Athletic and read it last week. Guy's sharp and watches baseball. There he is at 100 years old.
What a head of hair, huh?
I was going to say, I mean, that's pretty good for 100. Must be taking the, what's that stuff called? Nutrafol. he kept his hair. And played for Connie Mack. He's been around for a while.
Ground ball, McMahon. Remember, Jim Cott used to idolize him for his fielding, and Jim Cott became an unbelievable fielder, won a lot of Gold Gloves, but Bobby Shantz, who's the man. Now, I can understand you're not getting Shantz, but not getting the guy you were teammates with, that's going to bother you all winter.
I feel bad about Bob. Especially as well as Coney knew him when he got here.
Well, if you guys are all going out to dinner, you never uttered the phrase, "What about Bob?" Wow.
Good. I got to get an address and send a Christmas card or something.
It goes around 0-2. So we said Shantz had 8 Gold Gloves, 4th most by a pitcher. Maddox leads with 18. Jim Cott 16. Bob Gibson with 9.
Bob Gibson get a Gold Glove. Nobody hit him, huh?
The way he fell off the bat.
Yeah, exactly.
Now let's take a look at Bobby Shantz on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we presented a lot of champions on this stage, but here is one of the greatest, Bobby Shantz.
Wow, he wore his uniform on the show.
Full uni.
Yeah.
How tall are you? 5 foot 6 1/4. What do you weigh?
About 140 pounds.
140 pounds. Where do you come from originally? Where were you born?
Pottstown, Pennsylvania.
You started.
Ed with the hard questions, huh?
Yeah, just started grilling him at 140. You got to throw a number out there a little more better than that, right?
Well, the Yankees a strike away from winning their 7th straight game. And then the pressure shifts north to Toronto as they have to answer with a win of their own. Bottom of the second, 0-0. And the pitch. Strike 3, ball game over. Yankees have won 7 straight. They used the home run again today, and they continue to put heat on the Blue Jays as they try to win the American League East. And for the moment, they are a half game ahead of the Blue Jays, who are in the 2nd inning right now in Toronto against the Tampa Bay Rays.
Well, the big bats have shown up. Big G and Aaron Judge have put a show on during the first couple games. And no matter what happens in Toronto, tomorrow is still going to be extremely important to see how this season's going to end.
Power hitting and power pitching from Cam Schlittler. So, yeah, good combination. bang it out of the stadium on the offensive side, and throw 100 on the pitching side. That worked today.
And whatever happened after the Yankees won today, tomorrow means something. Even if the Blue Jays lose, the Yankees going to have to win tomorrow, because if the Blue Jays win and go back into a tie, they win the East. So it goes down to game 162 to find out who's going to win the American League East. The Yankees did their part. They win.